All right. So tonight, we're going to make maybe two. We're going to make two characters here. We're going to start from scratch. We're going to follow the instructions for character creation from the core rulebook of Alien RPG. And if you all have questions along the way, please do ask. No, Bane is spoiling the fun. Is one of the characters a xenomorph? Could be. Not by default. And if it happens, probably not by choice. Although, there is a... if I recall correctly, in the Alien comics, there is actually a... like a cult. Like a xenomorph worshipping cult that serves and offers themselves to the xenomorphs. Is the DM a xenomorph? Most likely, yes, Rip Artist. That GM is a xenomorph. That xenomorph is a spy. Yes, Jurassic, this is going to be interactive. All right. Now, we reviewed rules here. The clarification, the GM is all of the xenomorphs. Well, I don't know. You might, if you work out something with one of the players, you might be able to have a little bit of fun and sneak a little turnaround on things. We were going over basic character creation rules and the approach to it. This isn't a very complex thing to do. That said, you can still have complex and nuanced characters. Though this system will rely on you to provide that. Because there's not vast charts of crunch and mechanics that you would use to define your character in other systems. So how to create your character? Choose your career. Now we're gonna randomly roll that. Yeah, the GM is 5 facehuggers in a trench coat. Spend points on your attributes. Spend points on your skills. Choose your career talent. Choose your name as a step, right? And you're like, oh, 10 steps to character creation? Ugh. Choosing your name is one of the 10 steps. So, bear with me. Decide on your appearance. Decide on your personal agenda. Choose your buddy and rival. Pick your gear and signature item and roll for cash. Now, some of this is going to depend on the other characters who are created. So it will not be a complete sheet. But we're going to get to that when we get to it. Forget about it. Don't worry. This isn't going to be complex to do. And Infinity Core, hello and welcome. All right, there are 9 core careers in this game. And we should know what it is we're going to play. And so, Bane, would you roll... I think I have a D9 in chat. Would you roll 1D9 in chat? exclamation point 1d9. Oh, Bane might have gone for a drink. Ketup, you are a newcomer here. Capo, please don't roll if I don't ask, because the dice are on a cooldown, and if I want someone to roll, I don't want them to have to wait, please. So Ketup, if you're still here, I would like you to kick things off as a newcomer to the workshop here. Let's get you going, and I would like you to roll 1d9 in chat. And you can do that by typing exclamation point 1d9. There we go. An 8. Okay. So we're looking for the eighth career. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We are going to make a Roughneck. Okay. Now, let's head back. We need to generate our starting attributes. When you create your player character for and that's what we're presuming that we're going to be doing here. You may distribute a total of 14 points across your attributes. You may assign no less than 2 and no more than 4 to any. However, you may assign 5 points to the attribute listed as the key attribute for your career. For the Roughneck, that is going to be strength. So we may go 5. We may go 5. It could be less. And it's fine if it's less, because maybe our Roughneck isn't the strongest person, but he has other talents. So let's do this. Considering that we could have a 5 in that particular skill, or I'm sorry, attribute, Woden, and I know this is going to sound weird, Woden, I would like you to give me a 1d4 roll in chat. And I say that because there's actually a chance of getting a 5, because after Stream Elements fixed some of the stuff for their bots, the random number generator no longer had to have 1 extra in the command to create the range of 1 to 1 number before the cap. Lands on a 4. Okay. So we're going to start with a 4 here. Now remember, each of our attributes have to at least be 2. Unless you and your GM, your game mother, say something otherwise. So of our 14, we're at 6, 8, 10. We can distribute 4 more points. And so let's go over, let's see. We're going to add a point to, let's find out. Because we can go up to 5. Let's have Demon Quiller. I want you to roll 1d3 in chat. Now, if it comes up a 4, we'll drop it in strength because it really wanted that. Otherwise, 1, 2, 3. 3 wishes. So we're adding another point to agility. And by the way, for Ked and others who are new to our workshop, I love randomly generating characters. It helps remove any kinds of trends we might have. Like in D&D, you're like, why are you making a dwarf? You've played a dwarf every campaign for the last 10 years. Yeah, but I know dwarves. Cool, and it's okay to like dwarves and to play dwarves in literally every game having the same exact character. You can do that. But in our workshop, I like taking that kind of choice away because that can create some interesting opportunities. And for roleplay or for mechanics that might be rarely used, but could be really neat to use in a story. Heretic Trance, I would like you to roll 1d3, please. We have another point we have to put somewhere. You love elves, Woden. Alright, take care, Capo. 1. Okay. And we have, let's see, that is 10, 12. We have 2 more points that we can put somewhere on our character. Jurassic Spark, I believe that you're celebrating tonight by watching Aliens right now. And I would like you to help create this character, Jurassic, with a 1d3 roll. A 4. Aha. Jurassic Spark says, so this was 1, 2, 3, 4. Jurassic Spark says, nope, we are maxing out strength. And now we get to put 1 more point into something. You're playing Warframe, Hero Dragon. Well, Hero, while you're here chatting real quick, I would also like you to roll a 1d3. Okay, Rip. I hope it's tasty. 4. I'm sorry, Hero. As your game mother, I am going to deny you to make from making a super strong Roughneck here. So we will have to abide by the rules. So, but what I will do, Hero, is I will say that you got 4 wishes when you should only get 3. I will let you decide, Hero Dragon, where does this final point go? You broke through the ceiling, you broke the matrix. Where would you like us to put this last point? That's not strength. Into empathy? All right, so you want a little bit more of a rounded character. Okay, there we go. So this is 8 plus 6 is 14 points, and there we go. Yep. So we can experiment with that, but I wanted to practice with human characters first tonight, Australis. Because, as Australis pointed out, there is some special character creation rules. Sorry, the PDFs flash for some reason. It's not a memory issue, I assure you. My computer can handle a PDF. Now, our skills. Your skills are the knowledge and abilities you have acquired during your life. When you create your player character for campaign play, which is what we're presuming we're doing, you can distribute a total of 10 points amongst your skills. You can assign up to 3 points to each of the skills listed for your career. You can assign a single point each to any other skills you choose. You can increase your skill levels during the game. Now, what does that mean? Roughneck. I don't think Roughneck was all three there. Let's go back to that. Sorry. So our key attribute is strength. Our key skills are heavy machinery, stamina, and close. Oh, so it is actually. We did actually choose. We did actually choose the three that are just strength. I remembered correctly. I shouldn't have doubted myself. Okay. So we can put up to 3 points here in each if we want to super specialize, and 1 point into anything that is not a specialty. Because we get a budget of 10. Now, that does mean we could go 3, 3, and 3, and then put 1 point into something else. Or there's 12 skills. We could go 1 point into a lot of things and be maybe a generalist. Accepting 2 skills where we'd have 0. So let's find out. We're going to begin with our budget. We're going to begin with our budget here, and we're going to stick to our core skills. And then with whatever's left over, let's drop it into something else. So, Rip Artist, I would like you to give me a 1d3 roll. And this is going to be for heavy machinery. Exclamation point 1d3. 1. Okay. Up here in appearance, I'll make a note. We have 10 skill points. Now we have 9 skill points remaining. How are we in close combat? Bane, if you're here, you can roll because you didn't get that first one. I would like you to give me a 1d3 roll in close combat. Two. So now we're down to 7. Australis, would you give me an exclamation point 1d3 roll in chat? Maybe it's still on cooldown. All right. Well, hold on, because unfortunately that'll reset the personal timer. I'll tell you what, Australis, give me a 1d4. Since that won't be on a cooldown for you. 1d4, and we'll ignore a 4 and a 5 if a 5 comes up. Stops on a 1. Interesting. So we have 6 points remaining. And 1 point can go into other things in which we're not explicitly trained. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 that remain. Let's see. Infinity Core. Will you roll a 1d9 in chat? Exclamation point 1d9. Hi, Artemis Rosemoon. You need the 1 in there. Lands on a 10. You rolled a 10 on a D9. That's going to be your choice. Infinity Core, where would you like us to put one skill point? And what's a thought behind it too? Why would this Roughneck have 1 point in this skill? It could just be a sentence or a notion. There's no correct answer. This is all part of character development. Observation, survival, comtech, medical aid, manipulation, command, piloting, mobility, or ranged combat. Survival. Okay. And what's your thought to survival? Has he been in a scrape before where he's had to, he's working on a rig on the frontier? He's had to scrape up some resources, or it's just the cutting, bleeding edge of humanity, and it's just been. As a gritty roughneck, one has to know how to survive on the frontier. Got it. Well, hi, Survival. Survival, I'll have you roll die real quick. Artemis Rose Moon, you haven't rolled yet. Artemis Rose. Uh-oh, Pescatios. We're getting raided by some kobolds. Dun, dun, dun. Toozy Fox. Happy birthday to you, Toozy. Release the Huggernauts, says Kobold Sprig. Thank you very much to Kobold Sprig and the other kobolds from the Warren for coming over and in the raid, visiting the Hero Zone. Of course, anytime this happens, we always have peace talks between goblins and kobolds here. Raven, thank you for the shoutouts to Sprig. We are in an alien RPG workshop where we are randomly generating a player character, from scratch, and it's interactive. You all are very much welcome to participate. And howdy to you, Hunter. Thank you for joining. So yeah, everyone give a hap birth to Toozy Fox, please. Sprig, I hope things were fantastic for you playing XCOM. Of course, rolling dice and statistics, the trend and the meme is, of course, you have a 95% chance to hit someone and you miss every shot. Because the numbers lie. They're a bit. Oh, were you running into some frustrating elements in the game, Sprig? Bane says happy birthday with an Australian accent. That's very cool of you to do, Bane. XCOM Live. Yeah, all right, there it is, everyone. As much as I encourage all of you to not let your memes be dreams, unfortunately, when you are the subject of the meme, it's not always it's not always as fun. Dragon Blast, hello. Thank you for the first time chat and welcome to the Hero Zone. Artemis Rose Moon, can you type exclamation point 1d8, and can you welcome the kobolds with our prize goblin that you are so apt at being able to put into chat? Five. So Artemis is giving us 1 point in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, command. So maybe Maybe there's this person is works in the field, but maybe isn't the bottom rung of the ladder. I don't know if it's made around the globe like that, Bane. Sprig says, I had a good time anyways, but we had a few fights that were pretty doofy. Like an enemy floating into the room with so much health, my whole team shooting it at once couldn't kill it. Then it one-shot one of my squad members. Oh, jeez. Yeah, shift leader or a crew boss. Yeah, there we go, Infinity. A site manager. There you go. So for all of you here, here's our prize goblin who is welcoming you, you fellow kobolds or whatnot over. For those of you who like short stacks, we have an emote where you can stack up the goblin, and there she is for you. If it doesn't show up for you, there's a browser extension called Better Twitch TV or BTTV. If you install it, then in fact, if you all remember this from Kobold Sprig's channel, this one here of Shard, this is one of the emotes that I was given permission to share from Sprig's channel. So, there we go, everyone. All right, in fact, Sprig, if it'll help you feel better, I would like you to roll I think I have a 1d7 command. Sprig, if you have a second before you go and make or eat some noms, can you give me a d7 roll? I forget if I even have one. If I do, awesome. If not, then let's turn it into a 1d8. No, it looks like I don't. I thought maybe I did. So go ahead and give me a 1d8 roll. Lands on a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Piloting. All right, so we can operate some ground vehicles or even some aerial vehicles. We'll see. Whoops, I lost count here. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 3 skill points remaining. Yeah. Oh, he's forklift certified. The ultimate power. Or, I mean, it might count for like a power loader if we're talking about Alien RPG. You want to talk about even something more sexy than forklift certification? How about a power loader? All right, unfortunately, I need to go make some noms before it gets too late. Yep, Sprig, thank you, as always, for coming over to see us. And I hope you still ultimately had fun. I appreciate you venting a little bit about it. And hopefully it'll make you feel better. But you and your kobolds are always welcome here. Thank you for coming over. Now, since we did have another newcomer here, Dragon Blast. Dragon Blast, can you give me a 1d6 roll? Type exclamation point 1d6 in chat, please. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you could laugh about it, Sprig. Lands on a 3. 1, 2, 3. Medical aid. Okay, medical aid gets 1 point. And because it was... Oh, Toozy, wait! Toozy, don't lurk yet! You did flee successfully. It was your birthday, and I want your help. Toozy. Oh? I don't know if I have a 5. But I would like you to roll... I'd like you to roll exclamation point 1d6, and we'll ignore the 6. If it comes... Or actually, a 6 would be... you could choose. I'll let you choose. So type exclamation point 1d6, no spaces. Lands on a 2. Observation Comtech. I definitely see us as a foreman or as a supervisor, as someone, yes, is a roughneck, but isn't like in the trenches all the time. Now we have 1 skill point remaining, and we can put this into 1, 2, 3. We have 4 skills remaining. Meow. Come up. Say hi to everyone. Come on. Heretic Trance, if you haven't rolled yet, give me a 1d4, please. Oh, you did? Okay. Oh, Artem. No, I am W. I am W. You gave me that forklift certification. I would like you to roll 1d4. I am W Studio. Exclamation point 1d4. No spaces. Lands on a 5. Excellent. I am W. You got a 5 on a D4. It is your choice. Where do you want us to put one point for our skill? Observation, manipulation, mobility, or ranged combat? Manipulation? Okay. And what is your reasoning? Tell me your thought. It could just be a sentence or two. Have to be a good manager. Okay. So, those were our skill points. Nice and easy, right? Now, it took longer because we're randomizing it and having a conversation. We got the Sprig raid and everything. But so far, it's been nice and easy, right? Nice and easy. So, let's go back here. What's the next thing that we do? We get a talent for our character. Your career offers you 3 talents to choose from. You can learn more talents during the course of the game. Now, we're just making a beginning character, so we're going to stick to one of the 3 that is offered for a Roughneck. I think we're further ahead here. Those are the skills. Oh, I went too far. Stealth mode. Yeah, here we go. These are the general talents. And we're looking for the Roughneck here. There are 3 different career talents. If you're used to fantasy games, this would be something like a feat. A way to specialize in some way. And Redston, thank you for joining us. Howdy to you. Oh, it almost looks like a finger puppet. Hi. A little finger puppet me. Hello. Redston, I would like you to type exclamation point 1D3 into chat. No spaces, just exclamation point number 1, letter D as in doggo, number 3. One. Okay. We're gonna... Excuse you, PDF. Come on. We're gonna go with resilient. Only the hardiest folks survive out here. Roll for strength. Attribute only, no skill. Anytime you suffer damage, you can't push the roll, which does not count as an action. For every success, and that is a 6 on the base die, for every success you roll, 1 point of damage is eliminated. If all damage is eliminated, you suffer none at all. So we are resilient. And that is on page 76. So we can reference it. And as the bot says, thanks for hanging out, Dragon Blast. Thank you for joining us in Kobold Sprig's raid. And you are always welcome here at the Hero Zone, which is an extension of a friendly local game store. This type of workshop and... Aw, thank you. Thank you very much. And we also do keep a nice and friendly PG-13 Discord, and you are welcome to join us there, as that's where we host our events, our prizes and giveaways and stuff like that. I use the channel to conduct them, but ultimately it does pass through our Discord. So if you're on that as well, I would encourage you and anyone else watching who hasn't already to join us. As well, Dragon Blast has gotten us one person closer to our 4,000 follower count on Twitch. And what happens when we hit 4K followers? I'll be giving away a $400 pre-painted gargantuan Tiamat miniature with free shipping to a US address. And details for that, after we hit our 4K, will be given, and the event will be run through our Discord. All right, so ba-ba-da-bum, we have the mechanics for our character. Now, our health is equal to our strength. So health is, hit points. It's how much damage we can take. So we have 5 health, and our encumbrance is 2 times our strength. So our encumbrance is 10. Right now, we don't have any gear. We'll get there. Nothing to worry about. Any little tiny items, experience points we're not worried about. Name and appearance, these are things that we can help fill in. We don't have a buddy or a rival yet, as we don't have our team. Have a good night, Jurassic. I hope you enjoyed the movie, and I hope you enjoyed... Honestly, this was the heavy lifting for the character. So I hope you enjoyed the character creation here. A stout fellow, says Demon Quiller. DQ, for this exercise, let's use the 3 recommended personal agendas. Now, when you're creating a character, don't let this short list limit you. These are suggestions, and please work with your game mother, your GM in this game, your GM, game mother, to come up with a personal agenda. Demon Quiller says for the first personal agenda, you are a compulsive thrill seeker. If there is a risk to take, you step up and try it. So this, while we have a Foreman, we have a leader type Roughneck, we have someone who leads from the front, who's willing to rush into danger if there's a wildly swinging crane, who's willing to risk himself to save other people on the crew. So, let's copy that. You are a compulsive thrill seeker. If there is a risk to take, you'll step up and try it. Now, fortunately, we don't have any radiation. We don't have any critical injuries yet, right? We're not starving, dehydrated, exhausted, or freezing. We're not low on air, power, water. If all of a sudden you're going like, oh, this is a horror game, isn't it? It can be. And don't let all of these boxes, if you're new to this and you're seeing all this, you're not tracking a ton of stuff at all times. Please do not let the boxes get you overwhelmed. This is a 1-page character sheet. It's not complex. And usually if there's a special instance, such as being starved, or if you're running out of air, that is something that is going to directly come up and you're going to talk to your GM about it. Let's see. What did I miss? Oh, I'm getting a Parker vibe from Alien, says DQ. IMW says, oh man, I could see that character talking others into doing crazy stuff. Yeah, exactly, right? Hi, Travesty. Now, we do get to play around a little bit. as we do get some gear. Travesty, I would like you to type exclamation point 1d6 into chat, please. Five. Ooh, all right. Yeah, I guess we are getting chief pay here. As we have $500 dues for gear. I'm gonna just type that up here for right now, so we can start spending it. That could probably go up in tiny items because it's cash or a credit card or the like. All right. Now let's oh, I forgot our signature item. This is a way that that we can help develop our character's personality as well as have the mechanic to blow off stress, because stress in this game can be lethal or cause to lethal things happening. We're going to go with the recommended. Again, think of whatever would be actually personal to a character you make, but we're doing some tutorial style character creation, so let's stick with what's in the book. Is there someone out there that hasn't gotten to roll yet and would like to? Survival? Alright, so survival, I need a 1d3 roll from you, please. Do we have maybe a nostalgic tool belt? A photo of a partner? A crucifix or some other religious symbol? 3. Alright, a crucifix or other religious symbol. And we can further clarify this as the character is developed. Now, in the theme of the game, this is, you know, Earth has spread out to the stars. So if there's an old Earth religion, or if there's a new one, like say for instance in Alien RPG, you had a religion called let's call it Unitology, okay? You know, it's everyone getting together, singing Kumbaya. You know, it's a bunch of just group hugs, you know, in our lives and in the afterlife. And we're sent out as the foreman of a dig crew to a planet where some kind of alien relic has been found. Okay? We might actually have a Unitology symbol. Now, I know that this is far-fetched, and there's no way that any sort of sci-fi horror could come out of such a wholesome religious experience as being sent out to a planet to find an alien artifact that confirms your very system of beliefs. But such is the power of imagination. Now, I know it was a stretch, but I'm experienced and I can make this stuff out of whole cloth up in front of you, okay? Which, by the way, if you want to play Dead Space, Alien RPG can simulate that pretty well. Wink. So this is telling us that we have a person of faith who is in a position of leadership but leads from the front, and who has a pretty wide array of skills. So yes, is strong. You know, not that he or she isn't strong, but has done more than just lift weights. while traveling between the stars to the colony or whatever. We have someone who seems to be a lot, a go-getter. Someone who takes opportunities. All right, we come back here, and with that, choose 2 of the starting items below. You also get some cash. You know what? I think so too, DQ. So if we're going for appearance, someone like that, who is that risk taker and who is in the front, appearance, I think scars. Now, there are some appearance stuff, right? Scar, broken nose. This is something that we can randomly choose, but now that we know enough about our character, this might actually be a good departure point where we go that this person does have scars. And if there's something else, either from that list or what else would speak to you? What are some other appearances? Would this person have short hair? Or no hair? Blessed are the engineers, come and be baptized in the black goo and be reborn in their image, says Australis. You think this person would have some tattoos as well? But, alright, so in particular, a tattoo or tattoos of what? Pertaining to religion? Pertaining to, planets visited for work? It's an ongoing, series of marks for winning a contest? Religion in the job, union, or brotherhood. Hello Kitty for the daughter he left at home. Some trucker tattoos. Ooh. Alright. Let's do this. This is a quick 2-minute poll and everyone gets 1 vote. Not that this character can't have more than 1 tattoo, but maybe the prominent one, the one that really will, we notice. If we're watching a movie with this character, this is the tattoo that we see because it's probably the most important. Do we have a tattoo that is more thematically of his or her religion, his or her family, or his or her job? No regrets, which is extra bold to purposely misspell the tattoo, right? I mean, that conveys it, right? No regrets. And that's the bold, like, you know what you're getting if you see someone with that tattoo. Everyone gets a vote. Would this person have a religious tattoo, a family tattoo, or something related to the job? And so we also get 2 of the starting items below. And there's a decent list here. Who would a person, or what would a person like this usually carry? What would we usually find on a character like this? A cutting torch? So Infinity, we could probably keep that as, like, family. I probably should have made, like, a personal tattoo instead of family. But that might count there. About 30 seconds remain. It's the Ghost Band crucifix. In the grim, dark future of Alien, it has become a genuine religion. And hey, remember, there are origins from Earth, so if you want to take some Earth stuff and put them on your characters, you're welcome to do so. So would we have a cutting torch? A bolt gun? We have some doses of hydration. a maintenance jack, a stash of hard liquor, a compression suit, a high beam flashlight, or a magnetic tape recorder. Ooh, magnetic tape recorder. Yep. Yeah, you get to hypersleep. They don't, IMW. You're right. All right, looks like religion. So we have a religious character here. DQ, let's not worry about that. I'm not worried about min-maxing the budget. I want what this character would usually carry. Like, it might still be a good choice, and I'm not worried about that, and that's not a bad thing to consider. But I don't want to approach character creation with a min-max budget concern. They're all good choices, and we get to start with 2, and we can buy some other stuff too. You know, if we have a supervisor. Oh yeah, he could be. And DQ, I'm not please don't take that as I'm not scorning you or anything, but I just want to make sure from this approach and as we build this, I don't want to do it from the point of view of, well, there's, you know, well, clearly you want to have your charisma max because 80% of skills ultimately filter, you know, or blah, blah, you know, whatever. And I'm not saying you're doing that. I just want to avoid it. I want to go with what's natural for a character like this to have, and we'll worry about the money later. Because especially in a horror movie, and in a horror story, you usually don't have what you need. Anyway, so let's give this character items that will reflect who he or she is, and we'll worry about the cash later. Because what? As we're running around the space station, clearly, all the digital stores will be open, and we can just buy bullets as we're just passing through a space station, right? Oh, so he's a nerd, Australis? We have a D&D nerd in alien space? You totally take the liquor stash over the suit? IMW says if you're traveling around in a ship, it's not likely anyone would be running around with a bolt gun. Well, we don't know if we're in a ship, on a station, on a colony, on a planet. So if this person just has that feeling of, yeah, it's my job to make sure everything is bolted in, if that's the feeling, then a bolt gun would be fine. A bolt gun and a big wrench? So the wrench would be the maintenance jack. And probably as a supervisor needing to get everywhere and to possibly save people, I could see the maintenance jack as actually being a tool he would carry at all times. Because it's important for the supervisor to get everywhere, and because he has to respond to a lot of different things. Yeah, and you got to remember, too, this person has no idea that he or she is going to be in a horror story. So if something like a liquor stash and a maintenance jack, because look, if he does party, or if I don't know, he goes hard like that, maybe the liquor makes sense. All right, so we'll definitely give him a maintenance jack. liquor stash. And in fact, he probably celebrates with his crew. Or she. I can see this being, yes, we're going to work hard, but if you do your job, if you meet your quota, when we get back to the barracks, I'm going to bust out the good stuff and we're going to celebrate. Because this person might very well be that kind of cool bro dude leader. You know, an actual good boss, especially in a Roughneck area, right? Being a crew leader will definitely drive one to drinking. Totally not speaking from personal experience. Winks, says Heretic. He's working for one of the alien universe corporations. His life is already a horror story. Alright, so we're going to give this character a maintenance jack and a liquor stash. Which, by the way, there's a lot of roleplay, and if you all do like... I know that DQ, I know you accepted my apology. I don't want you to feel like I was picking on you. Any of this stuff could come in handy in a combat or in a tactical situation. If you know that you have a stash of liquor somewhere and an alien manifestation breaks out, there's a lot of stuff that you can do with that liquor. Either drink yourself into oblivion and accept your fate, use it to make Molotovs, or to cause strategic fires places, to sort of maybe rig up a temporary little flamethrower. Even the magnetic tape recorder, if you carry that around, that can be super useful. Not just for roleplay, not just for doing your job as, you know, someone who builds and maintains. Yeah, it could be medical for injuries. You can use that to create a distraction or to even accomplish a hidden agenda of needing to tape your supervisor doing some backhanded stuff like, yep, we know that the crater is going to go off in 2 days. I'm still gonna send the crew there, and you know what? If they're lost, we'll just claim the insurance. So when you see lists like this, and you know that you're getting into a horror game, all of this can be useful in ways that if you just put some creative thinking to it. There are some stuff that are very overtly, this is a thing. But is that what that character would have? Or can you use something more simple in a way that you'll get an awesome and greater effect? And in fact, the liquor stash could even be wine. It may not even be hard liquor, or it could. People say things they shouldn't under the influence, so maybe that liquor plays into the manipulation skill. Heretic, I am picking up what you're putting down, my friend. That could very well accent medical aid, manipulation, and even command. Put your backs into it! If we get this job done, drinks are on me, boys! Woo! Or if they're orcs, then and they're boys. Whoa! Awesome! Now, from here, now we do have a stack of cash that we can go into the shop and we can buy. And this would be stuff that it would be handy to have. It would be, maybe you talk to your game mother and you ask questions of, well, if this is a colony and how dangerous is it? Are we actually playing satisfactory RPG? And that there are some aliens that will come invade our factory and our mining operations every now and again? Would it be reasonable if I actually did have a sidearm of some kind? Or does everyone, is there a need for something else that's rather specific? So that's a good way to hash it out and or ask for suggestions from your GM about what else could accentuate your character. That's a very good question to ask, IMW. Is there breathable air outside? There's look at Avatar. It's a beautiful planet. There's trees and there's fish and there's an ocean and all that other stuff. But for the humans on that planet, they can't breathe the atmosphere. And so if they go out, they need at least a face mask. Like, not that it's toxic and would melt their skin, but they need something breathable. Booze lowers stress, but also lowers wit-based skills. So, without getting into the minutia of shopping, that's not something exactly that I want to do right now. We have our character. We have the core of how our character will work. We can generally make concepts. We can think how our character would think. We have prompts for roleplay, and we know enough that if we have our trusty maintenance jack, maybe it has a name. We have our liquor stash, which could be used in different ways, personally or for others. I think this person might have a braided beard, Rip Artist. We know this person is resilient. We know this person is compulsive, at least for thrill-seeking. We see the breadth of skills this person has. And look at that. Look at the amazing character development we have seen from a randomly generated one-sheet character. Because this is it. And most of it, it's not even filled in because, at least on the outset, you don't need to worry about your food and water. You worry about it when you have to worry about it. And that's why talking to your GM is important. At this stage in the concept, we don't know if we're on an expedition and that the players are going to, or the characters are going to need food or air. So that's why for character creation, I want to focus on just the core. We establish it, and then we can build out from there when we have the party. All right, I'm going to get up and take one more quick break, and when I come back, we're going to have a refreshed sheet, and I want to do this one more time. I want to do this one more time for a new character. And we're going to do the same randomization. We're going to build from attributes out, and let's see who our next character is.